What's going on, YouTube? Devin at D, man. I promised you guys a couple of videos today, so here we are. Last night, just like I was hoping, I got a full night's rest. I got a cool about 8 hours last night, man, and my alarm went off at 4:25. 4:20 or 4:25? 4:20 this morning. And you know, usually when you wake up, you're groggy, like, oh god damn, I gotta get up, But nah, man, as soon as that shit went off, I damn near jumped out the bed, man. I turned that shit off, you know, checked all my messages and shit. Within 2 minutes, I was out the bed. And what I've been doing for the past few days, I think it's been about a week at this point, I've been waking up and I've been having a shake. I've been having an energy shake, but it has all these different herbs and minerals within it that has really been enhancing my Jing. And that's what I wanted to talk about today in today's video. I wanted to talk about your Jing. Now, for all you people who practice semen retention, you guys have obviously felt the increase of energy. You felt the increase in purity. You felt the change in your virility as a man. But all of that could be chalked down to your Jing. And a lot of people try to argue against semen retention by saying, well, I get a lot of those benefits from just having a lot of sex, or I get a lot of those benefits from doing this. I get a lot of those benefits from doing that. Hold up, I'm getting some notifications. Let me turn my shit on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, so, you know, there's no reason to do semen retention. I get all the other benefits from not even doing it, so I can have the best of both worlds. But the reason why you can do other activities and get some of the same benefits, some of the mental benefits, some of the physical benefits, emotional, spiritual, whatever, from other activities and eating a certain diet, is because all of those things enhance your Jing. And some people naturally have a higher Jing than others. You know, that's just why some people, even without talking, people just want to be around them. You know, because the Jing can also be used to attract people, both same sex and the opposite sex. So, and even animals, like you ever just seen some people and it just seems like they just attract people. And even on semen retention, you know, it kind of sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, but I've even noticed that animals like me more. I even noticed that, you know, even like ladybugs and stuff just land on me in the spring and in the summer. It's very strange, but all of that can be chalked down to your Jing. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been reading in the Jing, and I finally took the time to go out and buy a lot of foods that specifically enhance the Jing, enhance your virility, enhance basically the purity in your body, and just make you feel good. You know, it kind of gives you the same feeling that having sex can. It gives you the same feeling that a really good energy drink can. And, you know, honestly, man, the very first time I took this energy drink, and I'm going to tell you what's in it, the very first time I took it, I was super tired, and I took that shit, and I also took it with some Brazil nuts, which I'm going to get into that later. And, man, I feel like I did a line of coke, man. I just felt, you know, godlike. It was amazing, and I hadn't had any sleep. So, you know, there's a lot of these different foods that you can have. And the shake I've been eating in the morning, or been drinking in the morning, I use almond milk. Now, you can use pretty much any liquid you want to. There's not really any quote-unquote Jing enhancing drinks that I know of, that, you know, just the liquid itself. But me personally, I don't eat any dairy anymore at this point. I have Greek yogurt, but, you know, it's non-dairy Greek yogurt. So I don't really eat any cheese anymore. Definitely don't drink any milk. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, like some people will have you believe, but still, it's really no reason to drink it. So I drink almond milk with no sugar added, just plain almond milk. I put in a banana. Now, the banana obviously is good for you just from a health perspective. You know, you want your potassium, and it's a good carb, and of course it tastes good. You know, bananas are a great food to have, but it's not going to do anything for your Jing. But I put in the almond milk, I put in a banana, I put in a little bit of cinnamon, which again, it's not really good for enhancing your Jing, but cinnamon is just a good herb, a good spice to put into your, not daily diet, but at least in your regular diet, because it increases insulin sensitivity, or decreases insulin sensitivity. It's good for your insulin. I don't want to get that shit backwards, but it's good for your insulin. It's good for regulating blood sugar. It increases your metabolism. It's a very good spice, man, and of course it tastes great. So I put that in, the milk, the banana, and I put some cocoa powder, K-coa, however you pronounce it. It's not cocoa powder, it's K-coa. It comes from the cocoa bean, just like chocolate and all the other things that come from the bean, but it's K-coa powder. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Is it Cacao? You guys know what I'm talking about. Cacao. And it's really good for your energy. It tastes pretty good. And it just, man, it just makes you feel amazing. That cacao powder is amazing. And I may be mispronouncing it, but you guys can look up what I'm talking about. And every now and again, I haven't been doing it every day. I've been trying to figure out, because I've also been putting some maca powder in. Maca powder, however you pronounce it, M-A-C-A. I've been putting that in my shakes too, in that morning shake. But the only reason why I stopped doing that is because it's a very strong flavor. And just to be honest with you, at least for me, with all that other stuff mixed together, it doesn't taste too good. You know, like if I just leave out the maca powder, it actually tastes pretty goddamn good. It tastes like a good ass milkshake. The maca powder, it doesn't make it nasty. It just doesn't taste good, you know. So I also have a vegetable shake at night, which I'm going to explain later on. And I'm thinking about maybe putting it in there, or maybe I'll just swallow it whole. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a third shake instead of just 2 shakes a day. But with all these different ingredients, the maca powder, the cacao powder, I also been drinking amla powder for about a month now, which is also known as the Indian gooseberry. And it's been used for thousands of years by the ancient Indians. You know, it's in ancient Hindi practices. It's good for hair growth. It's good for your skin. It's great for your immune system. It's basically the acai berry. Now, antioxidants are basically gauged by their potency on a scale. I can't remember what the scale is called, but for example, blueberries will be measured by like 1,000. Blackberries are maybe 10,000. The acai berry, oh, no, I'm sorry. Blackberries are less potent than blueberries and antioxidants. So 1,000 for the blackberries, 10,000 for the blueberries maybe, 5,000 for strawberries. The acai berry has like 100,000, but the Indian gooseberry has like 2 million. So it's like, you know, it's like 20 times more potent than the acai berry, man. So it's a great antioxidant. It's great for your health. It doesn't taste too bad. It kind of has a good flavor if you like that kind of flavor, kind of like a tart, bittersweet type of flavor. So I've been drinking that as well. I put that in my water first thing in the morning, and I drink that while I'm working out for my morning workout. And I've just been feeling fantastic, man. And I think a lot of people kind of forget this aspect of semen retention, man. They just do the semen retention, but they don't focus on the spirituality of semen retention, man. And they don't do everything they could do to, you know, maximize the benefits. You know, if you can, for example, yeah, if you get to 6 months of doing semen retention, you didn't cheat at all, or maybe you had 1 or 2 wet dreams, or you had 1 relapse, you know, whatever, but you've been 6 months going hard, yeah, you're going to feel pretty goddamn good. Yeah, you are. But you could feel twice as good. You could get the benefits of a year. You could get the benefits that you wouldn't get for maybe 2 years if you would regularly take all of these different herbs, all these different spices. At nighttime, I like to have a big veggie shake. So I put in kale, which is probably one of the best vegetables you can eat. Broccoli is also very, very good, but me personally, I think I'm kind of just burnt out on broccoli because I used to eat broccoli for dinner damn near every day. So kale is very good. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals within it, a lot of nutrients. It's very nutrient dense, and it's very good to put in shakes. So I put in kale, some water. I put about 8 ounces of water, some cucumbers, some ginger, which is also a very good, it's a ginger, you know, just the seasoning ginger. It's a very good inflammatory spice. So I put that in. The cucumber, I said that. The celery, which, you know, it's just a vegetable. But celery is also, I forgot, like I said, I forget all the terms of the different things. But celery, you know, it actually takes more energy than you actually get from celery. So it's also good for really spiking your metabolism. I may put in a few strawberries. And like I said, I think I'm going to start putting that maca powder in. And I have that shake at nighttime. And, you know, it just feels good. When you just ingest all of these herbs and spices, man, you get all your fruits and vegetables in, you just feel so good, you know. And, you know, don't get it twisted. I still eat a lot of meat. I still eat chicken, turkey. Hell, I went to Honey Baked Ham yesterday, and I got a big-ass, I think it's a 5-pound, you know, the big smoked turkey. No, it's actually the roasted turkey. You know, the Honey Baked Ham turkey, man. So, you know, I'm still eating meat. I'll still eat steak or whatever, but I'm really focusing now on not only getting my fruits and vegetables in, but also getting in all these different herbs that are going to enhance my Jing. And when you have that morning shake, it gives you so much energy. And then when I go to the gym, I come back and I have egg whites and oatmeal, you know, which is just like the typical athlete breakfast. You know, that's not related to Jing at all. Well, I will say this. Whole eggs, which I do have about 2 or 3 whole eggs with my egg whites. And I forgot to mention, I put 1 whole egg in my morning shake. So I have 1 whole egg for breakfast, kind of like pre-breakfast, my pre-workout shake. Then I come back and I have breakfast. And I have about 2 to 3 whole eggs with about 5 to 6 egg whites with a cup or 2 of oatmeal, depending on how hungry I am. And you know, those egg yolks are really good for your Jing. It increases your testosterone. It increases semen production. So, you know, all of these different foods can be used to enhance the benefits you get from semen retention, man. And when you drink that shake, when you have whole eggs, and I think to really reap the most benefits from eggs, I think you need to be drinking some raw and cooking them, because you get a little bit of benefits from both. Now, if you can only do one, then just cook them, because you're going to get the most protein from it. And you can still get a lot of the benefits. But I've also seen a really big difference in just my overall testosterone levels when I'm drinking raw eggs too. So, you know, when you're getting that maca powder in, you're getting the cocoa powder in, your bananas, your fruits and vegetables, all these different antioxidants, you're sleeping well, you're meditating, you're doing all your basically semen retention homework, you're doing all these supplemental accessory practices, man, you're gonna feel so much better. When I have those shakes, I feel so good. Like, I start my day off. Now, I know a lot of y'all do intermittent fasting, which is not a bad thing. I'm actually an intermittent faster. Like, growing up, I never ate breakfast. I wasn't fucking hungry. I didn't want to eat. But I actually kind of forced myself to eat breakfast now just because of my schedule. I kind of need to have breakfast. But if you do intermittent fasting, that's cool too. But just break your fast with that shake, man, and you'll just feel so pure. It tastes so pure. Even with the maca powder, like I told you, it doesn't taste as good, but it tastes even more pure. You feel like you're drinking some magic elixir, man, and it really is damn near a magic elixir. And maybe have it with some Brazil nuts. Now, the Brazil nuts are a very unique food because it's very, very rich. It's the most that we know of. It's the top source of selenium in the world. You can't find any other food group. The second is a special kind of tuna. I forget what kind of tuna it is. Some sort of red tuna, I believe. But like, the Brazil nuts are like 20 times more potent than the tuna. So if you want a good source of selenium, you get the Brazil nuts, and you only need like 2, 3, maybe even 4 to get amazing benefits. Amazing benefits, man. Just the Brazil nuts alone. Like, out of all the different foods and herbs and shit I just named, if I could only get 2, I would get the Brazil nuts and I would get the maca powder, because they're just so potent, man. They're just so potent. And, you know, beware. If you're somebody who's, you know, you struggle with relapses and shit, man, don't take those Brazil nuts. Because I saw some people on this forum I go to on Reddit, the semen retention subreddit on Reddit, and this one guy said, man, I fucked around and ate a whole pack of Brazil nuts. So I'm just assuming he ate like 10 or 20, perhaps even 30. And he said he fucked around and nutted off in his pants. Now, I don't ever see it happening to me, but I don't eat that goddamn mint anyway. You know, I just eat about 3 to 4, maybe 5, maybe. And like I said, you'll just feel so good. The selenium is a really good immune system booster. It's a really good testosterone booster. It increases semen retention. But there's also some different spiritual aspects of it. It increases your Jing. And a lot of these different things that these foods offer you, all these Jing enhancing properties, they can't really be explained by science. You know, it makes logical sense that if you produce more semen, you'll have more benefits of semen retention. Yeah, that makes sense. But there's also some things about it, man, that you just can't find backed by science. But if you eat the shit, you'll find a difference, man. You'll see the difference. You'll feel it. You'll see it. Like, even I saw one guy, I have pretty good eyesight, but this one guy said he could see better after eating a Brazil nut. So, you know, you eat these Brazil nuts, you drink this shake, you meditate, and then you end the night with just a super shake. Oh, I forgot to say, in the vegetable shake, I also put in, actually, I'll just get it for you right quick. I'm right by the fridge. Hold on. Yeah, I get this Power Fuel mix from Arden's Garden. Now, it's actually supposed to be kind of used for energy, but I don't think it's strong enough to keep you up at night. I've been eating this right before bed for a few weeks at this point. So I think it's all good, but it's packed with nutrients. Your body will immediately feel the difference, yada, yada, yada. It has flaxseed, which promotes healthy cholesterol levels and strengthens the immune system. Brewer's yeast, which increases energy and helps to metabolize sugar. Why psyllium helps elimination, which is basically your digestive system, and a lot more. You know, it has flaxseed, sesame seed, hemp protein, brewer's yeast, psyllium, spirulina, which is also really, really good. Blue-green algae, calera, wheatgrass, barley grass, and Norwegian dulse. And I got this from Arden's Garden. I think you can get this whole thing for like, shit, man, like fucking 20 bucks. And it lasts for forever because the serving size is only it's 4 tablespoons. And you don't even eat the full tablespoon because you're getting so many other herbs and nutrients and minerals from all your other foods. But if you want to put in 4 tablespoons, I'll keep wanting to say teaspoons. If you want to put in 4 tablespoons, it still lasts for at least a month, man. So all these different things are cheap, man. I went to Sprouts Farmers Market. I don't know if you got that where you are, but I went to Sprouts Farmers Market. I got that cocoa powder, I got the maca powder, and I got the Brazil nuts. Enough Brazil nuts to last me like a month. All of my stuff is gonna last me for a month. I got all of that for like 25 bucks. You get this for maybe 15, 20 bucks. So now you're looking at about $40. Celery's dirt cheap. Cucumbers are pretty cheap. You can get the big old bag of kale from your grocery store for a fairly cheap price. You know, all this stuff is cheap, man, but it's gonna feel so good. And it's kind of like a hack for the semen retention shit, man, because it gives you so much energy, and it's really gonna help you guys if you relapse, man, because you know when you relapse, you feel down, you feel drained, you feel stressed out. If you take these drinks, man, it'll have you feeling good in the next day or two, man. It really helps for recovery, and it helps for maintaining too. It helps you feel up. A lot of people talk about when they're on no fap, when they're on semen retention, they have waves. But if you're drinking all of this at one time or on a regular basis, you'll always be up, man. So check out these different foods, check out these different drinks. You know, you can eat, you can, you know, the maca powder, the cocoa powder. You can bake them into cookies. You can do whatever you want to, man, as long as you're getting it into your system. Now, you could lay it out on the counter and just snort the shit if you want to, but get that in your system. Start focusing on your fruits and vegetables. Get your antioxidants in, man, and I promise you, you're going to feel incredible. So I appreciate you guys watching as always. Peace.